Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning, Miss Calvin.
How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Today we're going to be learning about ecosystems. Can you write your name on the top of the page, please? So just the other day, I asked my mom if I could start a garden in the backyard, and she said no because of where we live. What are some reasons that where I live would affect my garden? I want you to write it down first. Write down some answers.
I wrote down the weather.
You wrote down the weather?
Mm-hmm.
What about the weather?
Rain.
Rain. What do you mean rain?
Too much?
Because plants need water to survive, right?
Yeah, but too much could kill it.
And what about
Not enough.
not enough? Good job. What else do plants need to survive?
The sun.
The sun. Good job. So out of these 4 pictures, are they related? Do you see any connections?
Yes.
Can you write them down, please? What'd you share?
The tree needs the rain and the sun to grow, and birds live in trees.
And birds live in trees. Do the birds need the trees to survive?
Yes.
And the tree needs the rain and the sun to survive?
Yes.
So they all need each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of these 4 photos, which 2 are living objects?
The tree and the bird.
The tree and the bird, and which ones are non-living?
The rain and the sun.
Good job. Let's try another set. Do you see any connections between these 4 pictures?
Yes.
Let's write it down. You want to share what you wrote?
The grass can't grow without the sun or the rain, and bunnies eat grass.
And they all need each other to survive, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which of these pictures are living objects?
The grass and the bunny.
The grass and the bunny, and which ones are non-living?
The sun and the rain.
Good job. So now we're going to watch a video to learn a little bit more about living and non-living things.
What are you working on, Nutley?
Only the greatest amusement park known to Squirrel. Nutley's Land of Wonder Fun!
Oh, very exciting, Nutley. Where's this amusement park going to be built?
In the meadow, after we get rid of all that pesky grass.
But what will the rabbits eat?
What they always eat. Grass.
But you want to get rid of the grass.
So, the rabbits have to hop a little further to find some. No biggie.
Oh, but it is a biggie, Nutley. Getting rid of the grass can lead to all kinds of changes to our home. We might even lose all of our acorns.
Professor, grass and our precious acorns have nothing to do with each other. You might need to sit down. You're thinking too hard. Come on, just have a seat.
Let me explain, Nutley. All things that are alive, like animals and plants, are called living things. Understand?
Living thing, living thing, living thing.
Good, Nutley. And do you remember what we call the total number of squirrels living in an area like ours?
Yes, Professor, I do. It's a population of squirrels. And there isn't only one population of animals and plants in our area. There are lots of them, like rabbits, deer, oak trees, fungi.
Impressive, Nutley.
I like being as impressive as possible.
Well, did you also know that all living things in our area make a community?
Really? We have our own community? It's not just for people?
That's right, Nutley.
Okay, but I still don't see what getting rid of a little grass has to do with our precious nuts disappearing. Please tell me that was just my imagination and our acorns didn't disappear!
It was just your imagination, Nutley. But while you're using your imagination, let's talk a little more about our community of plants and animals. Our community is part of something bigger.
There's something bigger than our community? Where?
If you look around, you will see that in addition to the living things around us, there are non-living things.
Non-living things?
Yes, things like sunlight, and water, and soil, and rocks. Anything that's not alive is called a non-living thing.
So what's the bigger thing you were talking about?
Well, all of the living things in an area put together with the non-living things that the living things use, that's all called an ecosystem. In an ecosystem, when one thing changes, it can affect many other parts. Like this tree, for example. This is a cottonwood tree. Because it needs a lot of water, cottonwoods usually live near streams, like this one. Now, Nutley, imagine this stream dries up.
Imagining?
Changing a non-living thing in our ecosystem, like the water in the stream, can cause another part of the ecosystem, the cottonwood tree, to die because it can't get enough water. You see, the living and non-living things are connected.
Okay, but I still don't understand how getting rid of the grass will make our acorns go away.
Now imagine all the grass is gone in the meadow. It's just a field of dirt.
Imagining?
All the rabbits, field mice, and insects that rely on grass will either move away or die off. If that happens, what will the foxes and the snakes eat?
And if there are no foxes around, all of the squirrels in the forest would want to live right here with us, where it's safe. And there go our acorns!
I don't mean to discourage your plans, Nutley. I'm only saying that it's important to understand how a change to one part of an ecosystem can affect other parts.
Instead of an amusement park, maybe I'll just put a swing in. Yeah, this will be much better. Nutley Swing of Wonder Fun.
Oh, very exciting, Nutley.
Do you enjoy that video?
Mm-hmm.
Good. So now we're going to fill out this worksheet. Can you put your name at the top, please? And as we go through the PowerPoint, I want you to write on the lines as well.
Okay.
So what's in an ecosystem? Living things eat, breathe, grow, and reproduce. So if living things eat, breathe, grow, and reproduce, what do you think this one is, Sarah?
Non-living.
Non-living. Can you read it out loud for me, please?
Non-living things do not eat, breathe, grow, or reproduce.
Good job. What is an ecosystem? An ecosystem is made up of all
Living,
living things and
non-living.
non-living things. Good job. Living and non-living things in an ecosystem are
Connected.
connected. Good job. You were paying attention during the video. What could happen? Changing something in an ecosystem can cause another thing in the ecosystem to... What happened? Think back to the video. What happened whenever Nutley imagined the river drying out? What happened to the tree?
It died.
It died. So changing something in an ecosystem can cause another thing in the ecosystem to die. Okay, so now I want you to give me an example for that last number. On the last question, give an example of a change that you could make in the ecosystem. Explain how that change would affect a living thing in the ecosystem. So just like the water drying up, killing the trees, what's a change that you could make that would affect our ecosystem? I'm going to give you a minute to brainstorm and then write it down. And then when you're ready to share it, I want your pencil down and your hands on top of your head. Okay? Okay. What did I ask you to do? Just before you share it?
Oh,
There you go. Good job. So you want to share what you wrote?
I wrote that I could tear down the trees in my backyard to make more space. But then the birds that live in those trees would need to find new homes, and the squirrels that live in our yard would need to relocate to find new food.
Good job. So tearing down one tree would affect a lot of other living things
Mm-hmm.
and then in the ecosystem, right?
Yes.
Good job. So you did an awesome job and worked really hard today. I want you to think about this lesson as you go on, and when you're on a walk or driving in the car, I want you to look around and observe what is around you and think about how just one tree or one bush or one pond affects a lot of other living and non-living things in our ecosystem. Good job.